And we are all learning today from these two gentlemen with me in studio, Peter and William. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
I will start with you, Peter. Kindly introduce yourself so that we even know where you're coming from with this conversation, and then we'll get to William. And this is your camera.
Thank you, Mikali. My name is Peter, and Peter is Chief Executive Officer for TE Markets International. Yeah, and I'm here to talk about crypto. Hope we have a fantastic discussion
We
today.
will, definitely.
Yes.
We'll do, we'll
Yes.
do. William?
It's Wilfred.
Oh, Wilfred.
Yes,
Oh, sorry.
it's all right. Wilfred, Head of Partnerships, TE Markets.
Same company.
Same company.
Great. So let's start from the basics. What crypto is? What is it? For anyone who's hearing this for the very first time.
So crypto is, simply put, digital assets. So what that means is that if you have ever transacted using mobile transactions, for instance, when you say you have 10,000 on your mobile phone,
Yes.
you can call that a digital asset because it's not tangible. So in the same light, that is the same technology or the same way we can look at crypto. Yes,
Okay.
simply put.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds easy.
Yep. There's a lot of technologies that go into building it,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
But if you're going into crypto, the best way to look at it is as simple as possible, because if you start looking at how mining and minting is done, you might get lost in the technologies.
That is true.
So you need to ask yourself, how do I want to approach this? Do I want to approach this as an investor? Do I want to approach this as a technocrat? Or do I want to approach this as a developer? Someone who sits down with a computer, understands how technology works, and then finally ends up creating their own assets. So I would say crypto is a digital asset, simply put.
Okay.
Yep.
So how then does it work? How does it work? So yes, I have my M-Pesa or I have money on my phone and I know how that works.
Yep.
So how does this work?
The way crypto works is that it's created in what we call a binary system by the use of, in mathematics we call them algorithms, and certain algebraic nomenclatures. And therefore, it follows a computer system we call binary system. And the binary system is where the currency or the digital asset only takes two states or two forms.
Yes.
And essentially, we would say that is a state of 0 and a state of 1. Yes.
Okay. I'm just here watching, listening, and hoping that everybody gets what we're talking about, and the intricacies of it. And so when we talk about, so there's a lot of conversations around crypto in terms of how people are making money in it, how people are transacting in it. So where is this transaction taking place, or what are we doing? What do I need as a person who's getting into it, and I don't know anything about it? So here I am with nothing. How do I even acquire the first? Do I come with my money and then you turn that into, ukitueleza black and white for mwananchi wa kawaida?
So how that works is, it's like I said, it's a digital asset.
Yes.
So if you think about how assets work, cash is an asset. If we were to talk about the car you own, if you're looking at it from a tool that helps you, is also an asset. So in this case, if you want to acquire cryptocurrencies of your liking, for instance, you will have to approach what we call an exchange, or a platform that allows you to buy. So you will be exchanging your fiat or physical money for this particular asset.
What do you call it?
Fiat.
Okay.
So which is physical money.
Yes.
For this particular asset. Now, as you're doing that, you will have to go through their terms and conditions on these particular platforms. And once you register, for instance, and you have your, it's just like when you're opening an account with a certain platform.
Okay.
So the first step is you open an account, you give them your details, tell them, I want to earn or I want to own this particular asset, and they have it. And so you will be transacting with them. The exchange will be between the asset they give you and the fiat that you give them.
Yes.
It is that simple.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Are there different forms of crypto?
Yes, they are.
Okay, please tell us about that.
All right. So since 2010, I believe, is when the stability of cryptocurrencies came into light, where the masses were talking about it wildly. Before, it was the major one, which was Bitcoin, was in the, I think, development phase and people getting to know it. So we do have quite a number of them, and some of them are classified as stable coins. Some of them are classified as run-of-the-mill digital assets that help, solve problems online. But at the end of the day, as an asset, they are tools and they do solve problems.
Okay.
Now, it is up to you as an investor, as a technocrat, to identify through reading the white paper what kind of asset or digital asset you want to buy into. So at the end of the day, the knowledge or the information is coming from, it's actually free, by the way. Information is free. And I always tell people, get to know your coins before you buy into them.
Okay.
Now, once you understand the value that the coin is bringing, then you can go ahead and approach the platform and do your transactions.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So there's been a lot of people not understanding how it works and how, if it's legal even. So maybe we can just, clarify that getting into all cryptocurrency is actually legal, and is it legal in this country? Are there places where it cannot work, or is there places that it's banned and stuff like that?
Yeah, and I think that's quite a pertinent question, and it's very good to bring clarity out of it. The most important thing to note is that cryptocurrency currently is not legal tender. Because the system that it works on is it's a digital system, and we are still so much not into our legal world. The legal tender world is not really in digital form. So it still takes that old archaic form where central banks or reserve banks want to control and have regulation that basically touch on fiat or expendable currency. And therefore, majority of the governments still do not accept crypto as a form of legal tender. However, it's a revolution. It's a financial revolution, which basically has come up, and it's taken the world by storm. For example, today, the cryptocurrency is controlling about $2 trillion. $2 trillion.
Okay.
Until certain governments in certain jurisdictions have taken up and started taking up crypto as a form of currency and accepting it within the exchange. Recently, we've had the e-Naira that has just come up in Nigeria. We have countries like El Salvador. Now you can actually purchase, you can have an exchange. And it's that's the direction that the financial revolution through technology has actually taken root, and that is where now our African Consolidated Exchange comes in with our crypto called Tempcoin, which is the first of its own kind in Africa.
Tempcoin.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So would you say, for sure, before we get into that, because I'd like to know more about that, would you say that cryptocurrency is a good investment right now for people who are watching to be like, now I can do something with my money and I can get in, invest into crypto?
I will tell you yes, for sure, because in 2010, Bitcoin, which was like the first crypto ever.
I think most people went with Bitcoin as cryptocurrency. It was the only.
It's the only one available at that time.
Yes.
Then it was basically worth what I would call pocket change, because it was less than $10. Today, one Bitcoin last night was $49,000.
What?
One. $49,000. So even today, for most people, they can't afford to get one full Bitcoin. So they buy pieces of Bitcoin, and they're still worth hell a lot of money as an investment. So it's a good investment because that is the direction that the financial revolution is taking us. So it's a good investment.
Perfect. And thank you for clearing that out. And the reception, how's the reception been in the country, basically? I like that you mentioned the e-naira, but are we warming up to it? Is there a conversation that we want to have it as often as we can? Are we loud about it? What's the reception been?
I think in our country, it's not been as loud. However, it is calm, but it's a storm that's brewing,
yes,
especially with our young generation. You know, they are tired of going to the banks. They are tired of being regulated, and they want to be free. And digital current assets gives them that freedom to do what they want. And sooner or later, we are all fading away as the old folks, and the young generation is taking over, and this suits them. Okay.
I hope you're listening. Yeah. So we have a question here for you before we even continue.
All right.
How can one make money using this form of currency on the African Consolidated Exchange? What are they worth?
Right. So, the African Consolidated Exchange is a platform that is like no other because it cuts across Africa.
Okay.
It is a child of Africa, first of all. So, the Tempcoin, which is the native currency in this case, is a cryptocurrency that allows you to do transactions between yourself and allows you to buy into other currencies. So for instance, if you have a Tempcoin right now, you can change it to Bitcoin. If you have a Tempcoin, you can change it to fiat. The value of the Tempcoin right now is at $1.34. And as the exchange grows, the value will definitely go up. So I would say the best time to buy the coin is now. It's in the pre-sale.
Oh.
So any coin that is in the pre-sale, before it goes live, is the best time to invest. As an asset, you want to buy when the demand is on the rise, and right now the demand is definitely on the rise. Okay. The exchange offers multiple options of investments, in that you can exchange, like I said, the Tempcoin. You can list projects as well. So we're not limiting it to only a coin exchange. We're also going into projects. Okay. So if people want to list their projects, so that, because at the end of the day, as an exchange, we aim to raise liquidity for different projects. Okay. So like Mr. Mushero said, it's a financial revolution. Yes. However, I like to think of it as an evolution, to be honest, because if you think about where trade has come from the days of changing barter to now, it's high time people opened up their minds to new ideas. So if I can earn, or if I can own a property using Tempcoin, why not? Why not? If I can own a piece of business in South Africa using Tempcoin, why not?
Okay, so something is happening in December, something huge, and maybe before we come to the end of this conversation, you can tell us more about it.
Okay. Yeah, 17th of December, 2021.
Next week, Friday.
Yes. Yes. Africa starts to rewrite its own story afresh. And how do we rewrite the story afresh? Because Africa Consolidated Exchange gets launched across Africa. Whoa. And we will come to our viewers, to potential investors, current, future investors. We'll transmit that in all ways possible. We'll have newscasts. We'll have news clips. We've invited, hundreds of media houses. I hope Switch will be there as well. And for those who cannot be able to, get closer to a TV or something, you can log online on asx.market/launch.
Okay.
And we are going to come live because we want Africa to realize that our time is now, and it is our time basically to get financial independence.
Absolutely.
And that comes with ASEX, as we call it.
Great. How many countries, what countries are we looking at? Is it across all over Africa? What countries will be, a part of this?
You see, most of our business is an online business.
Yes.
So currently we're talking about 15 African countries.
Whoa, that's huge.
But we are growing all the way from the Anglophones to Arabic, and all the way down to, Francophones in South Africa, everywhere. Yes.
Okay, we are excited for that to happen. 17th, you said, 17th of December, and the website again, so that people can, look out for that. If people want more information, how can they get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, asx.market/launch.
Okay.
That is the website.
Yes.
But they can also acquire Tempcoin to be part of this great platform. They can buy their Tempcoin because it's going to be the only currency that is going to be allowed to trade inside the platform. Yes, yes, yes. However, this is a consolidated exchange. So it gives you everything, every tradable thing, whether it's coffee, commodity, indices, oil, name them.
Whatever you need.
Inside there.
Asanteni sana kukuja.
Yeah.
And for, teaching us. Some of us, we've learned here the ABCs of what cryptocurrency is, and I hope you learned as well. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you. We're taking a very short commercial break. We'll be right back.